New York's really falling apart. Welcome to Manhattan. Things here might look normal, but underneath the surface, all is not well. It's a great city, but crime is increasing, the cost of living is increasing, and these buildings, nobody works in them anymore, they're empty. Did you see this? A neon green mob of people was attacking others on the subway. This is how most of us get around. Can you imagine seeing something like that? You're minding your own business, you're on your way to work, and just chaos erupts. It's not gonna work. Stuff like this happens all the time on the train. And according to this article, people are more likely to be victims on the train, but the NYPD says that's just perception. People were pepper sprayed in a station just a couple stops from this one. There's not a lot of ventilation down here. People got sick, but things are kind of chaotic. And look, there's like no security presence down here. Well, okay, there are these like help point things, but I don't know if anyone even answers when you press the button. If something were to happen, I would just try and get out. But my biggest fear is getting knocked onto the tracks accidentally. These are very, very narrow. Everyone's on their phone. People are just trying to get somewhere. You're probably on your phone minding your own business. There's no barriers or anything to stop someone from bumping into you and having you go over the edge. Look at this drop. That's like 5.5 feet, and these are electrified, very dangerous. There was a recent shoving, but people were able to help the person get back up from the tracks. Now, crime, it's not something just unique to New York City, especially the subway. In fact, crime overall in America is up nationally, not just here. So it's not that New York is a city of criminals. We're a nation of criminals. New York City is one of the cities that isn't reporting their crime stats to the authorities who are trying to get to the bottom of this. That's kind of unbelievable. How are you going to improve things in a city like this if you won't talk about it? Or at least put numbers behind whether there's an increase or a decrease. Maybe they don't know. But what's really crazy is what's going on inside these apartments.
Hey, how you doing, man?
How you doing?
What's going on?
Oh, good to see you. Two years ago, this apartment, which is a relatively small one-bedroom apartment, it rented for $26.95 in 2020, but now it's $44.95. It's not a bad place. There's a microwave, decent appliances, fridge is actually pretty good. From the countertop to the wall, this is a 10 by 8 living room, and the bedroom is 10 by 10. But this is actually one of the more affordable places you can get. Right now, the average rent in Manhattan for an apartment, $4,100. To live here, you have to make 40 times the rent. That's one person making $179,000. You're working at Google or at an investment bank, and that's probably not an entry-level position. And what's crazy is for the first time in recent memory, new hires, these are people starting entry-level jobs in New York City, that has declined. That's going down. People can't start their lives here. Okay, it comes with a private deck. That's a feature. Oh, that pigeon scared me. You could get a couple chairs out here. It's relatively clean. You see that window? Right there is somebody else's apartment. Man, that's New York City living for you. There's actually another one here in the building, and it looks like it's this one. This is an $8,000 townhouse with 4 bedrooms. Little garden view out there. The kitchen is really interesting. It's all brand new, but it's a little narrow. I might come back and tour this one. Okay, it has a way better outdoor space than the 1 bedroom. We've got this like garden over here. Yeah, I'm definitely coming back. Oh, and there's a creepy alley. New York City rents are the highest they've ever been, and they're only gonna keep going higher. There's just no availability. Everything that could have been rented has already been rented. People are coming here, not necessarily to work in an office, but even if you do manage to get your hands on a place here, it is expensive just to do all the stuff that you see people doing right now. Clothing, not cheap. This pizza place is bumping. You know they're making money. Look at that line, crazy. The little cupcake bake shop. It's absolutely fantastic. They do have really good coffee, but I had a pastry and a coffee here the other day. It was almost 15 bucks. And this is all without owning a car. If you want to go out to brunch like this, this, you're spending at least 3 figures, unless you get one of these corn dogs. They're amazing. And they're only like $3.50. New York City, Manhattan anyways, it's just turning into a place where only really, really wealthy people can even operate and do basic things. But even if you make enough to live around here, it's probably not a good idea to also spend it here. I mean, just look at this place. These are probably the most expensive candles anywhere. Steak sandwich, 20 bucks. Brings you to New York City's most expensive neighborhood.
Oh, I came for a pop-up, essentially.
A pop-up, that seems reasonable, but did you know that if you want to get a chicken sandwich here, it's $16.49?
Chicken sandwich?
Chicken sandwich.
So I'm buy food in New York, or the city at least.
How much do you think a person spends if they want to just go out and spend the afternoon here and eat at all these little places?
At least 300, depending.
$825 3rd Avenue. This building is 92% unoccupied, and it's huge. Ever since the lockdowns, office buildings like this have been hurting. Everyone's working remote. 54% of workers are permanently remote. This is an area of town where people don't have any business going unless it's to go to work or whatever this is. Geez, this line is going around the block. Must be for one of these businesses. Oh, it's this little diner slash bagel place. That's why everybody's here. Other than that, there is not a lot here. There's like a FedEx, a Chase, another bank. There will be coffee, but that's what this neighborhood is. It's all office space up here. There was a luggage place. This is now empty. All those people traveling to New York to work in an office for a day and then traveling back, that all gets done on Zoom now. And this is in spite of corporate executives trying to get everybody who's not a corporate executive to come back to work on a at least part-time basis. But every time a big company threatens to haul everybody back to work, since there's a talent shortage in the workplace right now, those workers can easily find other jobs, and it never really seems to happen. There's the Staples, they sell office stuff. Watch store, maybe it's closed, I don't see any watches. Running shoes, McDonald's. There's 17,000 square feet of immediate possession right here on the ground level, and that's not even talking about the office suites upstairs. They look nice too. Look at that exciting marble conference table. This is the lobby. This looks like it's 100% redone. Looks fancy. And friends of mine that are corporate, they think their boss is tone deaf because he never worked in the office. He was always remote. Now he wants them to come back. This is a commission check. And this is my miniature office. My entire company downsized and went remote. All these keys are here because I'm a real estate agent. But look, we've got computers, we've got internet, this is a printer. We're just in the hallway. I'm trying to work here. I'm trying to make that money. Let me show you where we were. Oh, they need to sand it?
Yeah.
So this was my old office. It's about 2,000 square feet. Do you know when they're gonna throw out my old stuff?
I don't know, I have to ask him.
It's all pretty much destroyed. Up there, that's where the leak happened, and it basically destroyed everything and warped all the floors. This is the old floor that survived, and this is the new floor. Look, it's like most of the space. It was all completely unusable. This place is huge. We weren't using it the right way. It was like half empty because all real estate work ended up going remote when the lockdown started. The old office was almost $4,000 a month. The closet office is nowhere near that. But even though it's ready and I can have it back, my lease is up in a couple of months. I don't think there's any reason to move back in. Plus the landlord will be able to get more for it. And that's because of where we are. This is Broadway right here. You can get a Dragon Ball Z watch. The pink boo one's the best. Catchin' Cream. Dylan is famous. He's all over TikTok and YouTube. And the ice cream's amazing. How are you?
Nice work.
Thanks.
Keep it up.
I appreciate that. Saba Shoes. They have a fulfillment office, which is in my building, but they ran out of room up there and they expanded and opened the storefront. But businesses like these, they can't exist in Midtown. They have to be in a cool, fun part of town where there's fashion and just stuff going on. And that's why offices down here don't have the same problems they do uptown. There's Kiv.
Hello.
Best coffee in the neighborhood. What's up, dude? How are you?
Good. Here we are.
Here we are.
That's New York City.
Best hangout spot in the neighborhood. You don't even know it's a coffee place. They don't even need a sign. People just go in and give the money. Hope you had fun watching. Subscribe if you did, or if you didn't, and then pick something else. I'll see you in the next video.